What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Christopher David,
I'm Bobby Newton.
Herman,
and we are
I gotta say, baby, it's part of the tribe, man.
part of the tribe
Yes!
on Mootbo Entertainment.
Yes, you got it right.
Which I must say,
Growing
you
up.
know, right? Yeah, growing up, moving up steps.
Yeah,
Woo!
yes.
Right, that was awesome. Right on, good job, guys. Which I must say, thank you to everybody out there in TV land and who downloaded the app. We are number 2 most viewed show on Mootbo Entertainment.
Yes,
It's almost
yes.
19,000 views, so with 2 episodes. So to rock out to you guys, man. Thank you for watching, and we really do appreciate it. And what do you want to talk about? How you don't do your homework?
I'm not saying nothing. What?
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 I still pass the grade.
So let's get this out. Let's put this out here. So every week, I send a text to my co-host asking them to do some research about some topics that we can talk about. Stuff that's in the house, stuff that's trending, things that are happening.
Are you talking about us?
Yeah, you guys. And every week we come to do the show, and what happens?
Your whole
You
motto
don't
is
like
winging.
any of my topics.
What's that?
Nobody ever likes my topics.
That's not true. I like your topics. We just can't talk about them
You just can't
because
talk
we'll
about
get
your topics.
banned.
Why?
Because we'll get banned. We get red listed or something.
Something.
We get whitelisted.
So if you want to hear about my topics after hearing that description, I don't know. Is there a like to click there?
He's like, let's vote.
Let's vote. Let's talk about my topics.
Sports and rally truck technology. I would talk about that all day.
Blacklisted. That's what we're talking about.
Black? What's
No.
blacklisted?
I said whitelisted.
Why's it gotta be racist?
Tell me
Why's it
about
gotta
it.
be a color? Why can't
Tell
it
me
be
about
listed?
it.
No, it's not racist at all. That's not what we're talking about. But if you'd like us to talk about that, I'd love to get playful.
It's not like we're trying to avoid black ice or anything.
Black guys?
Yo, did you see that meme when they were doing the thing about black ice? Like the news people, they were on there. It's like, well, you have to be sure that you want to be safe around that black ice because that black ice is really out to get you. And then it was Keenan and Kel,
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
and they were like, nah,
Yeah, I saw
nah. He's like,
Can't see it till you're up on it.
what kind of bullshit is that? Anyway,
that. Listen, it's only called that because the road itself is that color.
yeah,
What color?
That color.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You won't get
You know,
him like
bro.
that.
Nope.
No.
Nope. I don't see color. I'm colorblind.
Oh my God.
He only
I-
sees in black and white.
That'd be great, bro.
If he's
That'd be
colorblind.
great. That'd be great. That'd be great. I only see gray. Yeah.
All right.
That's like, you know, it's so funny story. So funny story. So when we and Bobby were bouncing one night, if we get at Mike's Rising Sun.
Oh God.
So the bar's closing. You guys will like the story. It's a funny story. So the bar's closing, and like this guy, this big black guy, freaking taxi driver's like, I need to come in the bar. I'm like, the bar's closed, bro. I was like, you can't come in. He's like, man, and he goes to push me out of the way. And freaking, he looks at Bobby, goes, get this white guy out of my face. And he was Bobby's size, and I grab him and I bang him off the walls, and I throw him out the lobby door, and I shut the door, and I turn around, and Bobby goes, what'd you say? Do you remember? He goes, you know you're white, right? And I go, like, yeah, but
You're
it
the
was,
white guy.
I was like, yeah, but it was the way he said it, bro. I was like, it was very, very
You are
condescending.
easily offended.
It was very, very offended. Very
You were
easily
offended by that.
Well, it was the way he said it, and the way he looked at Bobby, like Bobby was supposed to do something about it.
I
Yeah,
laughed. I
you
did
laughed,
do
yeah,
something.
yeah.
I laughed. I found
Yeah.
it extremely
It was
hilarious,
pretty
especially the
funny.
way you were hurting him.
He deserved it.
Hey,
And
flag,
if you're out there watching, bro,
flag on the play, bro.
flag in the play, bro. Absolutely, man. So anyway, back to the thing here that my guys don't do any research like I asked them to.
Wait, hold
Not,
on a second. Wait.
what?
What were we supposed to do research on?
Well, any topics that are trending right now, like anything, like the Cat Williams thing is huge right now. It's hugely trending right now.
Everybody needs to leave Cat Williams alone.
I know. Listen, I'll give a shout out to Cat Williams, man. Listen, whatever's going on, I will tell you this: at least you came with the receipts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least you backed up what
listen,
you said, bro.
The hell with all those other people.
Yeah.
If anything, let's talk about what 50 Cent talked about Diddy.
Yeah, no, freaking, yeah, he talked some mad shit on Diddy for years.
Yeah, listen,
Yeah.
but all that shit seems to be true.
Yeah.
He's bringing,
The only difference
he's,
is-
he's bringing receipts,
Diddy's
videotape.
shelling out money to save his ass, man. Freaking, that's the only difference, is that Diddy's got money to pay off, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
what?
You know about anything?
All I heard was something about the Diddy parties.
Yo,
Diddy's like
a
R. Kelly's
very
idol.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Very aggressive.
Yeah, Diddy has an R. Kelly thing going on.
Hey, hold on a second.
Like peeing on people?
We don't have the type of money like to stop Diddy from doing stuff to
Yeah, but damn.
What?
I mean, he did make Tupac disappear. Yeah.
Ooh.
But
He's in Cuba.
what's the topic? Whatever the topic is,
That
you
would
wanna
be
do.
cool.
Right?
That would be cool if
He is
Tupac
in
was in
Cuba.
Cuba.
Did you
He
see the
is?
news report about Epstein? Did you see the news report about Epstein?
Yeah, everybody's on that list.
Well, yeah, everybody's on that list, but not only that, but did you see what some of the news reporters have been saying?
No.
They're like, so we'll be hearing a lot more about the Epstein case,
Okay.
maybe even directly from himself.
All right.
So hold on a second.
Yeah,
You're
dude.
saying he bought his way out of prison? He's living on some island,
I
island somewhere?
I don't know,
They've
man.
been interviewing his brother too. Now, I mean, I haven't really been following it because I'm still following like important stuff. But I heard that.
I think
a
the
lot
Epstein
of-
style is pretty important.
I heard that a lot of the stuff, a lot of the people on the list were like famous people.
Oh, all of
And,
it.
and they weren't. I
So
mean,
basically
like, I mean,
you're
like
saying everybody's
entertainment
social.
people,
Did you-
and
did you-
not like a whole lot of prominent, politicians.
Well,
They
no,
released that
Gore's
part-
on there.
they
Gore's on
released
there.
that part of
Most
the
of
list,
our
yeah.
Democrats are on there. Gore's on there.
Wow.
Freaking.
Just gonna put out the Democrats,
It's
right?
true, man. Gore's on there. Freaking. What's his name's on there? Freaking.
Democrats are kind of smutty.
Clintons are on there. Yeah, dude. Freaking. There's a lot of Democratic politicians on there. What I thought was funny though was who's that dude that was in the wheelchair? The science guy.
Oh.
Yes. What was his name? Did you see that? Did you see that? I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is, it is
about
so
Bill
funny.
Gates?
No, he's not in a wheelchair. No, the other guy. The one that talked like a computer. Stephen Hawkins. Did you hear about his Stephen Hawkins thing? Did you see it? You saw it, right?
Yeah,
So-
they said he was at a little kiddie.
no, they said he liked when midgets were up there naked doing like mathematics on a chalkboard.
Well, that's sexy. That's not
Like
bad.
he was in the mid.
Yeah.
No, but he was in the midgets, like
That's a kink.
doing mathematical stuff on
Like
the
that?
board. Yeah,
What is wrong with that?
it is so funny. I just picture
Were
him
they
going,
sexy
going,
midgets?
Ooh,
'Cause
ooh,
there's-
Alt delete. Ooh, ooh.
Your equation is wrong.
Whoa, you just made it horrible. Oh, for all you sexy
Yeah.
little people out there, we love you.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the midget. I was talking about him. I mean, little people. I'm sorry, I don't want to offend any little
Yeah,
people.
you gotta say little people.
Do you know they still do dwarf throwing in Scotland? Do you know that?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know, were you allowed to bring that up?
I don't know, but I thought it was pretty funny. I just saw it the other day. I thought it was pretty
If we
funny.
got any little people watching, please comment or say something.
Somebody goes, "You're cute for
I,
a white man." Somebody wrote up.
Put it
Thanks.
fly for a
Pretty
white
white
guy.
for a white guy. Thanks, appreciate it. Pretty cute for a white guy.
But yeah, if there's any little people out there watching, please comment. I got questions.
You got questions?
Yeah.
What do you got questions for the little people? We got questions for the little people from German. German.
Yeah.
What are the questions, bro?
What the hell? No.
No, you don't have any questions.
He's like, hold on
I
a
just
second.
want to see how small
He's like,
your hands really
These
are.
questions were private. Oh no.
Oh my God, we got flagged for hate speech.
Oh, it's oh,
Love it.
oh man.
Ooh, he said why?
Wow.
That
Wow, we got
word-
flagged for hate speech. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say anything. What did I say?
Well,
You said the
what did-
F-word.
We gotta stop
I didn't say
talking.
the N word.
M?
Share
Oh,
feedback to make sure the community's better. Oh, wow.
That's messed up. I don't know if I'm blocked now.
Damn, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's
Wow.
on TikTok.
I guess
Somebody got offended.
Somebody got really offended.
Yeah. Violation.
You are the little person, and you should
hey,
respond.
That's obviously the routed way. So let's not
Yeah.
do that.
Let's not
If
do that.
anyone was
All right,
just
so
if anyone was just offended, we apologize. We didn't mean to go that route. We're just having a little
I
fun.
Hello. Yes, he did say little, but that's okay, because nothing wrong with being fun size. Anyway, on to our sponsor, Mupo Entertainment. Carry on.
was everybody's
That's gonna be
holiday,
wrong.
man? How was everybody's
Yeah,
holiday?
some holidays. How was the holidays? Everybody have good New Year's?
It was all right.
I went to sleep. Well, I tried to go to sleep. People kept waking me
I
up.
was in bed early, yeah.
There's like gunfire outside, screaming, hollering,
Yeah.
and that was just my kids.
My New Year's was good. I went to bed by 11 o'clock.
Wow.
I woke back up around midnight. I woke up around midnight. I had to. My phone kept going off, and I had to, wish everybody happy New Year.
We still work every New Year, so like.
Yeah, I'm not apologizing.
going
Whoever
to
reported
sleep-
me, I'm not apologizing.
Yeah.
Going to sleep is like, yeah, it's a good
yeah.
thing.
It's just, dude, as you get older, New Year's means less and less.
Yeah,
It's like, it's coming too quick.
just doing it for other people now.
Yeah, that's it. Fireworks and all that stuff. I didn't have sex.
Hard as hell to find you, right, man? Maybe it was the Epstein thing. Maybe it was we brought up Epstein.
Let's stop talking
Yeah,
about
maybe
it.
that's what it was. Maybe we brought up Epstein. They were like, oh no.
Okay, stop saying it. Stop saying
All
it.
right.
But yeah,
Let's
people
not
get
talk
offended about
about it.
all types of shit, and quickly apparently.
I'm curious to know if that got us flagged. I wonder if talking about the vax will
Oh.
get us flagged.
Oh, my screen just shut off, so yeah.
Just terrible.
Just
terrible.
shut that screen right off on us, right?
Talk about the efficacy of the vaccines and all that stuff, and and of course, does it have anything to do, or does it really tie in with a lot of these young people having heart attacks? And
Yeah, I'll tell you what,
passing out.
there's been a lot of people who got the vaccine who've having heart attacks lately.
So, are they linking that, or are they just saying, "Hey, it's a coincidence"?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. I think I don't think there's much of a coincidence, really. I mean, again, when you have, I'd really like to know what statistics are on that. I'd like to know what the statistics are of people who got the COVID shot who have had heart attacks, and the people who haven't had the shot who had heart attacks in the last 2 years.
Yeah, that'd probably be a scary number.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see what it'll be, because I'll tell you right now, especially in the 50 and older class, there's been a lot.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that I know that got the vaccine all regret it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, they all
Yeah, I
regret
know a lot
it.
of
A lot of people that got the vaccine that I know, they're like, I regret getting the vaccine. I regret the fact I trusted the government. It's their exact words. What
Bobby,
they say
did
to
you
me.
get vaxxed?
I still want to work in film.
It's okay. So lie.
No,
Good son.
you're like, sign the paper, man. Be like, it's
So
not
wait a
right.
minute, are you saying that whether or not you're vaxxed could potentially jeopardize
Your
Oh,
job? Oh
definitely.
yeah, absolutely.
whether you work in
100%.
film or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're not vaccinated, there are certain film sets you still can't get.
Tom Cruise did what anybody on his film set did, was vaccinated for Mission Impossible 4 or whatever.
Yeah, but that was probably right around the time
Yeah.
of that was before that's when people thought it was real. Now that we know that it's just not saying it's not real, but now that we know
The vaccination
severity
isn't-
of it is
isn't-
not as.
Well, we know the vaccination isn't what it made it out to be.
I wonder. That is serious. I mean, we'll talk about porn. I wonder if porn stars, if they were kind of like that too. So it's like, hey, listen, you got to get vaxxed. So.
Wow.
Right?
That was always took its whole left turn.
Well, I mean,
No, I'm just
Well, no, you're probably right. I mean, I'm
It's-
sure they
it's-
did.
Because they got to get
It's a
checked for
huge
like
industry.
chlamydia and
Yeah,
all
no,
that
I'm sure they
stuff.
did. I'm sure not that I it matters to me either way, but I'm sure they did.
Deep nose them, Huh? Right?
Oh God.
Did you get deep nose today?
Ah.
Go get deep nose and come back on set.
Yeah, do
But
that.
but yeah.
That's what we're gonna call it now. Deep nosing. It's like, did you get your deep nose?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be on the set unless you got deep nosed.
Oh yeah.
Rub the back of that shit.
Anyway, yeah. So I feel like a lot of people have heart attacks. I don't know where the show disappeared to. There's a dark alley right there.
Why does it have to be dark? Why couldn't
Yeah.
it be a light alley?
Oh my God! Because who's scared of a light alleyway?
Exactly. That's my whole point.
But everybody's afraid of black ice.
There's nothing. There's nothing to be afraid of the dark.
Nobody got murdered in a light alleyway.
Yeah, blind people aren't afraid of the dark.
Blind people aren't afraid of the dark?
Nope.
How do we know that?
How do they know
you
it's
know
dark or not?
Exactly.
How do they know it's dark or not?
Exactly.
They know, they
There
got
is
perception.
for them. There is no color
There's no color for me either.
unless you're Chappelle and you're playing a racist.
Dude, did you watch Chappelle on freaking his new comedy stand-up?
No,
Oh my god, it is so funny.
Are you about to ruin it?
I'm probably, no, if we get.
You're about to
I
ruin
probably,
it. He's gonna ruin it.
I probably can't even say anything about it because I'll probably get kicked off of here anyway.
Really? Oh,
Is
I
that
gotta watch
bad?
it.
Huh? Dude, listen, the funniest thing he says in the whole skit, right? I think it's the funniest thing is in the first 5 minutes. I'm not telling you much.
Don't get us kicked
He
off.
talks about freaking how he met Jim Carrey. When Jim Carrey was his idol, and he was going through a rough time. His dad died, and I forget who it was, knew Jim Carrey, and Jim Carrey was filming The Man in the Mirror. Well, if you know anything about him filming The Man in the Mirror, that was Andy Kaufman. He literally played Andy Kaufman
Oh, yeah.
24/7. Like everybody on the set couldn't call him Jim; they had to call him Andy.
Yeah.
And so Chappelle goes to meet him on set, and he's all excited to meet Jim Carrey because Jim Carrey is just phenomenal in his mind. You know, it's one of his heroes. And he's like, I'm going to meet this phenomenal guy. And I'm like, hey, Jim, nice to meet you. And everybody's like, no. Andy. That's Andy. And he's like, Andy. He's like, see, I didn't understand that he was pretending to be Andy the whole time, and I had to address him as Andy. And he goes, it was confusing to me because I'm looking at him and I see Jim Carrey. But I had to call him Andy. And he goes, that's how I feel about trans people. It was I was like, wow.
You're gonna get us kicked off.
Wow. I was like, wow, he went there. And then he said that he wasn't gonna make fun of him anymore. And which is whatever, because freaking whatever his choice is comedy. And then he said that he's making fun of handicapped people because they get together, but they don't have much of a
That was horrible.
cohesive gathering. Yeah, it was so funny, dude. I was
I don't have much of what.
a cohesive gathering. They can't get together as quick and ban people.
Oh,
Yeah. It was so wrong on so many levels, but it was so funny.
Meetings
Yeah.
upstairs.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Funny.
So what else is in the news here?
Shout out to Palm Beach, Florida. We got hit by a tornado today. Hope everybody's safe. You know.
Yeah, shout out to Palm Beach, Florida. You got hit by a tornado.
Yeah. I hope you guys are all safe and stuff like that. You
Jesus.
know.
That's one way of looking at it.
Shout out.
It's like, hey, by the way,
If your power is not out, we wish you a good shout out.
Yeah. We hope you guys, everybody's safe down in Palm Beach, Florida, and all the flooding that's going on the East Coast right now. Major storms.
they have surfboards, right?
That's just judge. I'm sure that probably offended somebody.
That was
You have
very
a surfboard, bro.
That was very judgy, wasn't it?
Right? You have a surfboard, bro, right? Now what else is new? What else
Like,
is new?
I
in
am
the
not a
news?
stereotype.
New UFO coverage.
Oh God, you mean at the mall?
I haven't been following
Huh?
a lot of that.
You mean
either.
the mall UFO?
Oh no, that's ridiculous. That was the Miami Mall. That was I don't know what the hell that was. That was absolutely ridiculous. The Miami Mall. Yeah, that was absolutely. I don't know what the hell was going on there. Yeah, I'm not communicating with people right now because I'm recording the show, so I apologize. I'm not paying attention. No, it was some drone thing flying over some Iraqi place. I don't know. It was pretty whacked out.
Iraqi place?
Somewhere in Iraq. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that doesn't narrow anything down. It's,
Yeah, that was not even.
that was extremely vague.
Yeah, well,
Thank you.
what that means, yeah.
Yeah, let's have a topic. You guys didn't do any research on shit.
Dude, I haven't-
You guys did
I
no
haven't-
research on
Dude,
nothing.
What are you talking about? I know
I've
all
been in the
types of
dumps.
stuff.
I've been in the dumps the past few weeks. I've been staying out of like listening to stuff. I've been listening to a lot of sad shit, you know. I've been arguing and shit with my daughter, and so I just.
You been arguing with your daughter?
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Why have you been arguing with your daughter?
'Cause she's a little fucking bitch. She
man.
wants to be.
Listen, hey,
She's, you know.
it sometimes you'd be like, yo,
What do you think's harder to raise, a boy or a girl?
multiples.
I'm gonna
multiple,
say, you know, they both have their challenges. I have one of each. My son probably was a little bit easier because, you know, as a guy, talking to another guy, you know, we both stand up peens, so I don't know what this got to do with anything.
Yeah.
But there's been challenges too with my daughter. It's weird. It's a different dynamic between the two. The daughter is a little bit more stressful because you always feel like, well, I have a boy. If I cease to exist today and, you know, something were to happen to me, I can trust that my boy is going to, he's going to find his way in life and all that stuff. With the girl, you kind of feel like, well, if I cease to exist today, I hope I left enough of an impression behind to help her find her way. Like, you kind of already feel like, you know, it's like you could take a boy, you could throw him out into the wild and be like, and not look back. You can just trust that he's gonna be okay. And I know this sounds probably sexist and all that stuff.
Yes, it does.
But whatever. But then you take your daughter, you're a little bit more worried about her, you know what I mean? So she's in her 20s, and I'm still constantly worried about her.
That doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop. I know. I'll tell you why. This has nothing to do with anything, but she's a better driver than my son. I'm only bringing that up because I can sleep in a passenger seat if she's driving and rest. My son, I'm like,
I don't even get in the car if my son's driving.
yeah.
Which one?
But my,
Why
you
is
know,
it
it's.
suck?
Yeah, no, I can see Elijah not being able to drive very well.
But yeah, you know,
Like RJ will be driving before he is.
my yeah, you know, just I don't know. I
So do you think that's because of your upbringing? How do I want to say this right? Do you think it's because of your upbringing as a man that you feel that the boy is more capable to be on his own than the daughter? Or do you feel like, that's just you as a father?
it might just be me as a father.
No?
Yeah, it might just be me as a father. You know, my son's on the other side of the country. He's in California right now, and like I don't have to think.
He was in the
twice.
service too, right?
Yeah, he was in
He's
service.
in the
He was
too, yeah.
overseas and all that stuff. So I feel like I don't have to think twice. You know, like he's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
My daughter, she's just a few miles away from me, and I feel like I always gotta be on point. Anything can happen. Keep my phone close to me as I'm sleeping or as I'm at work. There can always be an emergency. Like I always want to be there to, you know, what I mean,
Yeah.
to save.
That's
Yeah.
So, did you read his shirt?
Yeah, I did read a shirt. It's funny. I gotta say, I blocked my daughter from text. I blocked her from calling me. I haven't blocked her from Facebook, only because what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to make it seem like I just ceased to exist, and can't she really
Do it on our own.
do it on her own, you know? Because as a parent, you're always like, oh, my kids are so ungrateful. My kids are so ungrateful. And I wonder if that's true for everybody. But,
Well, no. You know what it is? I found with daughters.
do you have a daughter?
I have a stepdaughter.
Okay.
Yeah, if you
Oh,
can.
yeah.
I have a stepdaughter. No, but I've seen even with my friends who have daughters, there is a certain thing they feel entitled they can get away with when talking to their parents. You know,
their dad.
or their dad, especially
Not
their
their
dad.
mom.
Yeah, especially their dad. They feel they feel they're owed a certain thing, and they feel like they can say certain things because they know dad's not going to beat their ass like they would their sons.
Well, JJ and Michael Evans from that show Good Times, yeah, they caught it. And I don't think I ever heard about the Jackson girls getting it the way the Jackson boys did. So there might be a point that girls might be able to slide when it comes to their fathers. Anyway, carry on.
You know what I mean? Like, not saying that we would beat our kids' butts or anything, but like, there's a certain level. Like, even my oldest son, when he would step up, and I would put that switch on. I'd be like, "Hey, who do you think you're talking to?" He steps himself back. You know what I mean?
Common sense.
Yeah,
kicks
and common sense kicks in.
Yeah.
Where with I've noticed with daughters,
in. They don't care.
they don't
You're not
care.
gonna
They
hit
don't
me.
care. You're not gonna hit me. You're not
Yeah,
gonna do
you're not
nothing.
gonna hit
There's no
me.
there's no
Yeah.
consequence. Like, I can say whatever the hell I want to say. You're not gonna do nothing. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? What's the worst thing you can do? You know, take my phone. Woo!
You still somehow you build a closer. There's just something that's it's just. Again, my son's in California.
Yeah.
You know, I could go a whole week or 2 weeks without talking to him, and everything was just fine. My daughter's just a few miles away from me. We haven't talked in a couple days, and I gotta tell you, I feel totally lost. I feel 100% lost without my daughter.
Wow.
I miss her so much. I do. And I'm spiteful, I'm trying to be spiteful, I'm trying to prove a point. But here's what this bitch's problem is. She's just like her dad, and she's just as spiteful. And she will fucking not lay down just to prove a point.
So she's
now
saying
I'm
not spiteful,
battling-
but stubborn.
I'm battling, yeah, well, yeah. I'm battling myself.
It's stubborn.
You know?
So that's what I find. That's what I found with my stepdaughter. So a lot of things I know about my stepdaughter, I found are things that I do.
Wow.
Yeah.
No genetic strain, huh?
No, but we have a lot in common. As much as I hate to admit it, freaking, we have a lot in common, and you know, freaking, but at the same time, you know, at her age, I had somebody riding my ass about, you know, and which made me self-sufficient. So like where I butt heads at is, you know, my girlfriend takes me as picking on her, and I'm not picking on her. My thing is I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing exactly like my father did to me, or my stepfather did to me, where, you know, I want her to be able to take care of herself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
want
that's what
her
you want.
to be able to fix a tire on her car, to pump her own gas, to know how to do laundry, to cook her own food. Like, those are things that I want her to be able to do on her own and not
You
need.
don't want someone in the way telling you that, you know, she shouldn't have to learn that. You're like, yeah, she should.
She should.
She should
you
have
know?
to learn that.
She should.
It'd be nice if someone's doing that stuff for her, but
Yeah,
she
but-
should at least know it.
Yeah, because, you know, in my mind, and we all think the same way, in my mind, is, you know, God forbid she's on some back road somewhere and blows a tire and has no cell phone signal. You know, and she should know how to change her tire.
Yeah.
And
And that's my fault.
yeah,
She can't. It's
Really?
my fault if she can't. I remember last time she called me that she had a flat tire. She was in the parking lot over where the Popeyes is, you know, on Fifth Street
Yeah,
Highway.
mhm.
She was in the parking lot. She was like, "Dad, I got a flat tire." Boom, boom, boom. I was like, "All right, just hang tight. I'm gonna head on out there." And I text my friend so he can go out there and say, "Hey, listen, my daughter's close to the house over there. You do me a favor and go check up on her. Headed out there right now." By the time I got out there, I was there. My friend was there. His wife was there. Her grandmother was there. Her grandfather was there, and her mom. She had a
pit crew.
platoon. She had a pit crew. Exactly, a pit crew of people. So she called everybody that she knew, or anybody that she knew would drop whatever they're doing and head out there and help her with the tire. And so now I look like, you know, a Department of Transportation crew. You know, one guy changing the tire, me and the other guys over here chatting, and my daughter's over there with her mom, just kind of yapping away. Again, my fault. And I say, "Sweetheart, let me show you how to change his tire."
So you know what I did? All right, so I tried to do it with my oldest son. I'm just as guilty of it. Like I tried to get my oldest son to do things to make him more self-reliant,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to the car. I don't want to say more manly, but more self-reliant. So he called me. He called me and he goes, "Dad, how do I jumpstart this girl's car?" Like, "You got jumper cables?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, is your car running?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Hook it up to your car." I was like, "And before you go over, touch the other ones together."
Oh, you didn't do that to him. Oh, you didn't do that to him.
So he goes, "Ah!" I was like, "Yeah, don't do that." I was like, "You want to put the negative on the negative and the
That's so
positive on the positive."
freaking wrong.
Oh, it's so funny.
Hilarious,
It's so
though.
funny. It's so funny. But yeah, he had to learn. Freaking so yeah, like I just think, you know, and that's where I butt heads with my, you know, my significant other and my girlfriend about it. Is she thinks I'm being hard on her, and I'm really not. I'm on her about it because I care. Because I care. You know, I love the kid. I think you know, she's a great kid. I expect more out of her than what she's already doing, because literally she's gonna be 18. She's gonna be going off to college next year. Like, she needs to know this stuff, just simple basic survival stuff, you know. And I feel like sometimes because daughters know to wrap that around their finger
They
early.
got it back, they-
Yeah, that they don't have to follow through on certain things. You know, like they know how to manipulate very well. I hear it all the time. I'll hear, you know, it'll go from, "No, I'm not doing this, Mom," to, "When I want something, Mommy." You know what I mean? And they do the same thing with dads. It's like, you know, "I'm not doing that, Dad," to when they want something, "Daddy, Daddy, come
Just
on."
paid a parking ticket to
Yeah, right.
You know, I think, and I can only speak for, as a single guy, because I'm a single guy, but I think a lot of that is, say, like I'm trying to do everything for my daughter because I got nobody else to do it for. And that would be any other single father out there who's got a daughter, he's got a, he wants to look after his daughter. If he had a wife or her mom, if they were together, and the wife was strong enough to say, listen, Jeremy, she can do this, she's gonna have to learn how to do this on her own, but we don't, I don't have anybody saying, listen, she's gonna have to do this on her own. I don't have a girl behind me saying, she's gonna have to learn this, or she's gonna have to learn
No,
how to
I don't-
struggle.
Yeah.
Not struggle, but,
Well, no, but learn that, that,
stop doing it for her.
yeah, because eventually,
Stop
like,
doing it for her.
here's the worst case scenario. This is the worst
I'll
case
do it.
scenario is if we enable them, if
You mean all the time?
all the time, then, because listen, life ends, and eventually one day, we won't be there to do that. So the best thing we could possibly do as a father, no matter how hard it is prepare them for that day. Not to say that, hey, you need to worry about, well, I'm not gonna be here eventually one day, but to be self-reliant, that, like perfect example, like my grandmother knew how to change the tire. My grandmother knew how to work the tractor. She wasn't doing it by herself, but my grandfather was right there with her. But when my grandfather had to work, when he was working for the post office and he had to work, she did it on her own. You know what I mean? She didn't need a man's help. I'm not saying that, but not that she didn't want it. But she didn't. Even when my grandfather got sick, she still was able to do stuff that because he taught her, or her dad taught her, how to take care of herself. It worked better for both of them, in the long term of things.
Listen.
I mean,
Here's the whole thing, right? As far as like with my daughters, I want my daughters to be extremely self-sufficient
yes.
and be able to take care of themselves, but I don't want them to be alone. I
No.
want them to find husbands and to live a good life with someone who will like respect them and take care of them as much as they'd want to take care of them.
Yeah.
But like, there's a big push for women to like be alone.
Well, yeah, that's a societal thing. There's a big push for women to be independent and hating on men's masculinity, which I think is kind of messed up because, as men, we don't hate. I don't know, this is the guy's honest truth. I don't want to make this very apparent to everybody. There is no men out there right now, none, that are competing with women. And I don't mean that in a negative way. What I'm saying to you is no man's going out there going, oh man, I can cook better than her. I can do books better than her. I can do her job better than her. I can do her sport better than her. We all, and I know this for a fact because I've had strong women in my life, when they do something that is equally or more impressive than me, I'm not trying to say, hey man, I can do it better. Yeah. I'm like, good job. Yeah. That's freaking awesome. Like that's awesome that you were able to do this in such an efficient way or even better than me. That's amazing because now we're working better together. Now we're doing more together. Like you know what I mean? Like we're working as a team. Like I'm not out there going, oh man, well you know what? I can do that better than you. I don't want to do it better than you. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. I think if you do something better than me, from any sexist standpoint, from any sex standpoint at all, if you're doing something better than me that's not in direct competition with what I'm doing, yeah. I praise you.
It makes you and them a good team.
It makes it a good team. Like you know what I mean? Like you should work together well.
And I want to say this too before we go off, just in case my daughter sees this sometime down the line. Sweetheart, I love you. My daughter is the shit. My daughter, she really is the shit. She don't need nobody. I'd like her to find somebody nice, somebody, to propose to her, marry her and all that stuff. But she can do it without anybody. I know she can do it without me. I'm afraid that she's trying to prove that she can do it without me. And it's gonna leave me in a weird place. It's gonna leave me left behind.
No, but
my daughter's a shit though.
It's kind of listen. So the greatest accomplishment we can accomplish as a parent is making our kids so self-sufficient that they don't need us.
That they don't. Yeah.
They don't. That's what we want.
A parent wants that. A parent wants that.
I don't know. If I made $1 billion, I could hire someone to help.
I'd hate to die. I'd hate to die and leave something behind.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Like-
I'd hate to just.
It's
Actually,
like,
you know
what's
what? This
your-
is weird. I know we're cutting it off. We could probably talk about.
No, go ahead. We'll keep rolling.
Funeral
Keep rolling.
services. One of the things that I want to leave behind when I die is have my whole funeral service paid,
Yeah.
planned, you know, everything already done. So that all my kids have to do is just basically just mourn and clean out my place, and that's about it. Like, I don't want to have, you know, toward the end, just last couple of days, like, oh my God, what do we do?
I'm gonna show up
This,
naked at
that,
your funeral,
third.
just
Do it.
just to honor you for hiking
Well-
naked.
Dude,
Well, my funeral thing's a little bit different, but kind of close.
yeah,
Well, I plan on
got more
like,
boots.
well, I'm gonna die with my boots on. Well, we do properties and stuff, we buy and sell properties, so like, one of the biggest things is for me to have a large life insurance policy, so it pays off all the properties that we have, so like, that gives my kids a huge jump.
Yeah.
You know, when I go, and then like, as far as my funeral is concerned, I don't want a funeral, I want a party.
Well, speaking from experience as someone who did used to be involved with selling policies, it is very important to make sure that you have proper coverage to cover any expense you have in order to commemorate your time on this plane of existence. So, please, get yourself some life insurance, especially if you're younger. It's cheaper then. Anyway, a word from our sponsor, Mupo Entertainment. Carry on.
Like, they can just dump my ashes anywhere because it's just a husk. But like, I want to party, and
Yeah, that's
like,
not
I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to start the next generation of waterfalls, you know what I'm saying, through my family.
No, I got you.
So,
Like,
like-
a legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess our biggest point here is to bring this all culminating together is that you know our we all agree that it's for our children, especially for daughters, is yes, we would love for them to find somebody
Yeah.
that brings something equal to the table, that they work together cohesively as a team, and they're not either the son or the daughter is not codependent on somebody else. That they come in together strong, and their individual strengths increase their individual growth together as a partnership.
And all I want is two
Correct.
grandchildren from
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
That's right.
Correct.
Trying to
Two,
audit
two
that.
grandchildren from everyone.
You already got a huge clan, like Jesus.
Yeah, but I need two grandchildren from each of them.
Farm hands. He needs farm hands to work all those problems.
Anyway, listen.
No, I need diplomats, I need doctors, I need scientists. That's what I want my grandchildren to be.
Okay.
Just saying.
Sounds like an Indian family now. Like Patel.
Um,
You gotta be a doctor, gotta be a lawyer, gotta be an engineer.
Motel Mafia.
and
No, that's all it works. It all works. All right, listen. Anyway, we gotta cut the show here. I want to thank everybody for watching. Hope you guys were entertained, and yeah, and I hope you guys had a blessed New Year's and ready for 2024.
2020.
Real quick before we cut off here, did you guys make any New Year's resolutions?
Man, the same as I'm not knocking anybody out for the whole year.
Yeah?
That is
Did
my,
you make one?
my
I didn't
plan.
make any.
No New Year's resolutions?
I never really do. Because
No, I didn't either. Really.
I got weak. I'm weak. I'm weak.
Yeah, I didn't make any New Year's resolutions either. I didn't. I figured. My every year starts off the same with me, man. Is be better than last year. That's my goal. Is to make everything better than it was last year.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, listen, man. As always, man, we believe in you. We believe in the best in you. Check out our show on Mupo Entertainment. You can download the app on your phone, MUPO, and catch all the episodes and help us shoot to number 1. Again, thank you for everybody who has watched us on Mupo Entertainment and made us number 2 in 144 countries. I do appreciate that a lot. I'm your host, Christopher David,
I'm Bobby Newton.
German.
and we are part of the tribe. Thank you guys for watching.
All right.
Boom.